Hello, Year One. Now, do you remember last week we learned a little bit about my friend, the mammal specialist? Yes, you remember? Fantastic. Well, I've got something very exciting to tell you. She has agreed to do not only one, but two Zoom video chats with me. And in fact, she is here right now. Hello, Danielle.
Hello, Miss Walker. Hello, Year One.
Hi. So, Year One, today we are going to be looking at two different skulls with Danielle, and she is going to be talking us through what they are and a little bit about them. But let's meet Danielle first.
Okay, hello, everyone. So my name's Danielle, and I'm a professor at Royal Holloway University. And I am a paleontologist, which is a very long word, but it means somebody who studies fossil bones. So I study the remains of mammals. So I look at bones and teeth, and I also look at some very old fossil bones, and I try to understand what these animals were like, the kinds of places that they were living in, and what the climate was like in the past. So that's what I do.
Fantastic, thank you. Okay, Year One, we need our magnet eyes on the screen because we're going to be looking at the first skull, and then I need you to spot some differences and some similarities between these two skulls, okay? Fantastic. Let's have a look at the first skull.
Okay, here we go. Right, everybody, I'm going to bring the first skull across. So it's on my desk at the moment. And here it is. I'm going to hold it up nice and high so you can see it from the side. And now I'm going to turn it that way. I'm not going to tell you what it is first, but we're just going to look at the skull. I'm going to turn it this way so that we can see the teeth very clearly. Okay, right, so there are some things that I want you to look at. Miss Walker's going to have to pay attention about this as well, because she's watching, she's got her eagle eyes on. So first of all, we've got some really pointy teeth at the front. So these are called canine teeth, and they are teeth that are designed for piercing and gripping. And behind it, we've got some really sharp teeth. So these have actually got blades on them, a bit like a sharp knife. So I want you to have a good think about what these might be for. Okay, right, so we'll turn it around again that way so you can see how big it is. So the eyes would be here, so they're facing forward, they're eyes that face forward, so it can have a good look at whatever it is doing. Okay.
Fantastic. Year One, I'd like you to pause this video now and talk to your partner, talk to the adult in your room about what animal you think this could be and why you think that is, okay? And then play us again to see the next skull.
Okay, so I'm going to put this skull down and I'm going to get the next one, which is right over here. Oh, so this skull is even bigger. So I might need to move back a little bit so that you can see it all. So this is the skull from the front. So the eye sockets are here on the side. So it's quite different to the first skull that we saw where the eyes were facing front. This time, this is an animal that needs to look out for danger from the side. So I'm going to turn it this way round. I think we just about...
Oh, it's massive.
It's massive. So we can just about get it all in the picture. So when we look at the teeth, the first thing to notice is that there are none of those pointy canine teeth at the front. So remember, with the first skull, we would have expected to see stabbing teeth at the front. There's nothing there at all. And instead, the teeth are a very different shape. So they're all very straight and very flat. And if I turn them this way up, you can see that they've got a very different shape. So I'm just So you can see the shape of the teeth there, and they're very different. So they don't have that blade-like, knife-like shape to them. Instead, they're very, very flat. So this is an animal that is doing something different to the first one that we saw.
Okay, Year One, pause your video again and talk to your partner about what animal you think this could be. When you come back, we're going to find out what the first animal was, okay? Pause us, off you go.
Okay, So, Miss Walker, shall I bring the first skull back?
Oh, yes, I'm very
Right.
excited.
I'll bring the first skull back. So here we are. Okay, so a lovely, lovely skull, and I am holding in my hand the skull of a lion.
Woohoo!
So I know. So this is a really exciting, this is a beautiful skull of a lion. So lions today live in Africa, and there's a few of them that live in northern India. And the reason that we can tell it's a lion is because of the shape of the teeth. Now, the first thing to remember is that the lion is a predator. So it's a hunter. So it hunts meat, and it will go out into the grassland, into the savannah, and it will hunt antelope and zebra. And one of the things that it does is to have these big canine teeth at the front. So these are typical of animals that we call carnivores. So carnivores are the group of animals that eat meat. And we can see that the lion is very good at its job. So its teeth are very well suited to this kind of lifestyle, eating meat. And that's because they've got these very, very sharp teeth. You remember I said they were almost knife-like. They were very, very sharp. And these are great for cutting up meat, for slicing meat, so that the animal can swallow it down. So a lovely lion, a carnivore.
That's amazing, isn't it, year one? Right, shall we find out what the second skull is?
Okay, so I'm bringing the big skull back. So here it is. So remember, this one was very different. It doesn't have the canine teeth at the front. Its eyes are on the side for looking out for danger, whereas the lion's eyes were pointing straight ahead for looking at its prey. And instead, it's got these very, very flat teeth. So this is the skull of a cow. So a cow is a herbivore. So it's an animal that is eating grass. And these are teeth that are perfectly suited for the cow to be nibbling away at the grass and then grinding and crushing up the grass before it swallows that ball of grass down. So very, very different type of teeth. And you can see with both the lion and with the cow that both of them are really well adapted. So they are very well suited to eating different types of food.
That's so awesome. Right, year one. Can you remember? Now we've seen a lion skull. It was lion, right? Lion skull. And that is our carnivore. We've seen a cow skull. That is our herbivore. Can you remember what's the word for an animal that eats both meat and vegetables? Can you tell your partner, please? Well done. You're right. It's an omnivore. Fantastic if you got that. Well done. Right. Thank you very much, Danielle. What I'm going to say to year one is, if you have any questions for Danielle, can you write those questions down or film yourself asking the question to Danielle? And next time I Zoom her, I will ask all of your questions and see if we can get answers for you. Would that be okay? Fantastic. And that's okay with you, Danielle?
That's great. I'm looking forward to getting all of your really exciting questions, year one. Looking forward to answering them.
Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.
Bye-bye.